Here we go with another video today. We got some more patch notes to go through. In this one we're going to cover another member of the original Street Fighter V cast, Fang. Now, you could say that Fang suffered through a rocky start. His kit felt like a hodgepodge of moves that didn't really work all that well. However, over the course of many updates, Capcom seemingly fixed most of the glaring issues that he had. Let's see if there's anything more they fixed in this latest patch. Standing medium punch can now be cancelled into critical art or V-trigger on the second hit. This leads to a very comfortable confirming to either option, with good range to boot, as well as the ability to just not pull the trigger on block as the move is completely safe anyway. Crouching light punch is now +4 on hit, up from +3. This change does a couple of things. First, it means it can combo into itself as well as standing light punch. Thanks to this, Fang has a pretty easy 3 light hit confirm, which is great for building charge. On top of that, if you're point blank with a standing opponent, it sets you up perfectly for standing light punch to hit in the late active frames and link standing heavy punch. This combo's been in the game forever, but it was a bit tricky to set up properly. It's not much easier with this change. Finally, you can combo EX Sotoja and Light Ryobenda, which lead to a knockdown, as opposed to Light Sotoja, which does not. Speaking of, Light Sotoja was buffed to be +5 on hit, as opposed to being even. You're way too far to combo anything, but you will be in a prime position to lock down your opponents with your pokes, or try to crash counter them. Now for a few changes that go hand in hand. Crouching heavy kick and down for the heavy punch now juggle both hits properly when hitting airborne opponents. Namely, the first hit puts the opponent in a juggle state, guaranteeing the second is going to hit. This is useful for the sweep as it would reward the full amount of V-gauge for a crash counter, and in general, it gives better advantage on hit in case either normal hits airborne. Standing heavy punch now juggles the opponent for longer when hitting it as a mid-air crash counter. I presume this changes mostly for when you hit a backdash, giving you some time to juggle. Sotoja doesn't seem to work in this situation, but his sweep and down for heavy punch do. Since the first hit of down for heavy punch juggles and is cancelable, it is possible to get some combos going here if you're prepared. EX Nishikyu, Fang's Fireball, also has increased juggle time when it hits mid-air, which is useful in this combo coincidentally, as well as when it hits other airborne opponents, like for example during V-Trigger 2 where it knocks down. EX Sotoja, Nishikyu and Ryobenda can now all be cancelled into V-Trigger. These cancels don't seem very useful on hit. For example, EX Ryobenda doesn't actually deploy the poison trap, and you don't seem to get any juggle off of EX Sotoja. However, they give you plus frames on block, which are plentiful for the fireball and the trap, or can help you close the gap quickly in the case of EX Sotoja. Fang's Flappy Bird Flying Thing now has less landing recovery frames, at 4 down from 9. This is the same change as Ibuki, and just like her, keep in mind that Fang can do jump attacks out of this thing. Finally, Fang's V-Skill 2 parry now has less recovery on whiff, as well as a better Oki situation after a successful parry. Furthermore, it can now be V-Trigger cancelled, letting you possibly convert into some meaningful damage when you manage to land it. Fang's patch notes are not too flashy, but bring some nice quality of life additions to his kit. His biggest claim to fame is definitely not his damage, but with some of these tweaks, even that has been buffed a bit. Although I don't think any of these changes will skyrocket Fang into being top tier, they certainly will help him in most situations. Some players already consider him quite good in some specific matchups, so maybe we'll get to see him in tournaments as a secondary pick, as a main character even, although his popularity never was all that impressive. What did you guys think of Fang's changes? Let me know in the comments below. More videos are on the way on our channel, so make sure to stay tuned for more content, and I'll see you all next time.